Hey guys, so today I have a Reddit thread for you. It's got a couple different updates. So I'm going to share those with you and then I'm going to give my opinions on the back end. So this post is titled, "My husband almost killed our baby and my toddler saved him." Hey Reddit, I need to share this story because I'm still shaking from what happened. I'm a 25-year-old female, been with my husband, who's a 30-year-old male, since 2018. We have a 3-year-old girl and a newborn boy, but tonight things almost took a turn for the worse. My husband has always had trouble paying attention, but I never thought it would come to this. Our neighborhood is weirdly laid out, with cars zooming by at crazy speeds at all hours of the day. I was folding clothes when I heard our toddler screaming, "Dad, help!" That tone made me drop everything and sprint outside. What I saw made my blood run cold. Our newborn in his stroller, careening towards the busy street. I screamed and ran to him, barely stopping the stroller in time. My baby girl's hands and knees were scratched up because she tripped trying to run after the stroller. I snatched up my baby, heart pounding, and scanned for my husband. He wasn't watching. He was chatting with the neighbors, completely oblivious. The anger I felt was unlike anything I've ever experienced. I stormed up to him, shouting in disbelief. He looked shocked at first, then realized what almost happened. The apologies and tears came pouring out, but it was too late. I couldn't wrap my head around how he could be so careless, so blind to our toddler's screams and the stroller rolling away. I packed up the kids and left, staying with my parents. They're on my side, but my husband keeps texting, begging forgiveness, calling it an honest mistake. But I can't shake the terror of almost losing my baby because he couldn't focus for a single second. My baby girl got hurt in the process because he couldn't pay attention. I almost lost my son because he couldn't pay attention. I can't stop crying. I feel so guilty. I wish this all never happened. Sorry it's so short. I just want to hold my babies. I can't stop shaking every time I think about it. If I'd just been 1 second late, would I have been planning a funeral? And the reason I left the house instead of him was because I hate that house. I don't feel like it's safe for the kids with all the traffic. It's my husband's work house. I don't know what that means, guys. But she also says that she can't be running either and that she just had a C-section less than 6 weeks ago. She also says, a lot of people are saying, why wasn't I watching the kids? Well, I was doing their laundry like a parent. He takes them for walks to have bonding time with them. He literally created this mess on his own. This has never happened before. And for the people asking why I haven't gotten him checked out, I'm not his mother. He's 30 years old. I'm sick of people acting like I have to parent my own husband while I literally have a newborn, a toddler, and I'm still healing from a C-section that I tore my stitches for when I ran to get my baby. I don't care if it was his ADHD, the court wouldn't care either. If he killed my child, he would have gone to prison either way. Okay, so I'm going to stop there just to give some of my comments because, wow. This poor lady, she is like very shaken by this for good reasons. And to me, it sounds like this dad is a neglectful partner and parent. Alarm bells were going off for several reasons. The first being that the mom heard the children screaming all the way from inside the house, and he was right next to them. So to me, it sounds like he's so used to tuning out the children and so used to ignoring them and tuning out their needs that even when he hears a legitimate cry for help, he just ignores it. Also, I want to know what was going on with the neighbors in this situation. If they were outside with the kids too, why didn't one of them jump in? Why were they also ignoring the kids? Sounds like the husband was talking to his neglectful bestie. I'm wondering what they could have been talking about that kept his interest so hard. I also got the impression that she hated the house not just because of the incident, but she didn't want to get it in the first place because it's unsafe for children. As she'd mentioned that, it's her husband's work house or something like that. Okay, so a lot of people were asking for more clarification on the situation. They were wondering, why the kid was sitting in a stroller outside of the house and asking if it's part of their normal routine. And the OOP replied, "Hi, love. Let me just clear it up for you. I was sitting in the house and the window was open, so luckily I was able to hear my toddler scream for Dad for help. When I got outside, he was standing on the neighbor's driveway. I assume he must have left the baby literally on the road because there is no way possible that it would have rolled off like that." Wow, guys, that means that he left the baby in the road and walked away. This seems a little bit more than negligent to me. It's almost giving a left the kid in a hot car type of deal. But anyway, she continues to say, "My toddler was playing with the neighbor's cat before she noticed her brother rolling away. When I confronted him about it, He tried to explain, but he just kept stuttering. I still don't know what happened exactly. I don't know if he did or didn't put the brakes on the stroller, or if the wind just blew him away. I don't know. My neighbor contacted me and had asked if I wanted the security footage because his wife is 100% on my side, so I'll probably find out once it gets sent to me. This I want to see. So some people are giving her slack and accusing her of not caring about her husband's ADHD. But my question is, how did the woman who had just given birth run out of her house and catch all this more quickly than both the husband and the neighbor? This poor woman literally popped her stitches for her C-section. And she ended up having to go to the hospital because she went to go take her daughter to get bandaged up and she started bleeding in the car on the way there. She had so much adrenaline that her mom had to point out that she was bleeding. Scary stuff. Okay, so this is the final update for now. She says, the neighbor's wife sent me the footage and I really can't wrap my head around it. So my husband was out walking with the stroller and our toddler was ahead of them when they passed her neighbor's house. The neighbor was outside washing his car and our toddler spotted his cat and stopped to pet it. My husband didn't lock the stroller's wheels and walked up the driveway, turning his back on the baby for about 5 minutes. Suddenly the stroller started rolling down the hill, possibly because of the slope or the wind. Our toddler never approached the stroller. When she saw the stroller moving, she started screaming and ran after it. The neighbor noticed and ran after her when she tripped. He tried to help her just as his wife's car came into view, and she also ran back toward where the stroller was going. After that, the video is unclear, but you can hear the chaos. Meanwhile, my husband stood there with a blank expression, not reacting when our toddler cried after falling. He only started crying when I confronted him. I'm in shock and I don't know what to do. This isn't the life I wanted for my kids. I can't understand why he just stood there. I haven't heard from him since I received the video, and the sound of our daughter's screams keeps replaying in my mind. I felt a chill of fear, and I never want to watch that footage again. Wow. I guess there are several ways that the husband failed in this incident, but I don't even know if it's worth it to talk about them because to me, it's sounding like this was almost purposeful. And there's something going on here that's more than just ADHD. It's pure negligence. And the main reason why it feels like pure negligence is because I feel like the neighbor also picked up on it, and that's why they felt the need to send her the video. It's giving, you need to see this for yourself, like how bad this actually was. Also, another big indicator for me was how bad his communication was after the fact. He didn't seem concerned for the kids. He seemed concerned about how his wife was reacting to him after the incident. And he never even communicated with her after the fact to address the situation, leaving her in a state of confusion and worry. I'm wondering if he even wanted to be in this marriage anymore. I think that, with the extra kid, the reality of it all made him want an exit from his life. Frankly, it's giving Chris Watts for me. So let's see. He neglected to secure the stroller. He didn't lock the wheels of the stroller when he walked away, which is a basic safety precaution. He turned his back on the stroller and didn't keep an eye on it or the baby for several minutes. He didn't even respond when he saw the stroller moving, which should have prompted immediate action like it did from the actual toddler, the literal toddler, the child. I repeat, the child sensed the danger and went into more action than the actual father. And then when the toddler fell and began to cry, he didn't take any action to comfort her or check on her. I think that this incident showed him for who he truly is. I don't think that he wanted that baby, and I think that his narcissistic mask slipped, and now he's over somewhere licking his wounds. Because what is the point of even having a partner if you can't trust them with the fundamental safety of your children together? We talk a lot about, mothers being married single moms and, carrying the workload in the household and even outside the household. But at the end of the day, even if the husband isn't totally in tune to the wife's needs, at the minimum, you shouldn't have to worry about whether or not he wants your children alive, right? Someone said, I think leaving the newborn baby on the road instead of bringing him up to the neighbor's driveway with everyone would be enough for me to divorce my partner. And someone else said, yeah, he wasn't in a high-stress environment. I know that people can freeze in a crisis, but everything leading up to it is just incredible. I don't think my marriage could survive it. And then this person made a really good comment. They said, I completely agree. I can rationalize the freeze response. Even though it's not great, I can understand that some people freeze in emergencies. Apparently not toddlers, though. But they said, but choosing to leave a newborn in the road is absurdly irresponsible and likely unforgivable. Unfortunately, even if she divorces him, that means he'll be unsupervised with the kids during his custody time. It's an awful situation for her. And so many people with ADHD commented saying that this is not ADHD, it's pure careless and poor parenting. And one person said, my partner has ADHD, but he would never do that with our pets, let alone any kid we have. Accidentally ignoring a diaper change? Maybe. This over his dead body. Now, I think that there were other clear signs that this guy is not a good and active parent, and also that he may be a covert narcissist, because some of this behavior is very similar to a lot of patricide cases, the willful neglect, but also in his inability to comfort his child as they were screaming and crying. But yeah, I'll be on the lookout for another update if there is one posted. Let me know what you guys think about this. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Please leave me a comment, like, and subscribe as always.